So, Mr. Moix, who
Christian
Moix, who will tell us a little bit about Hosanna and La Fleur Petrus.
Okay, Hosanna is a little jewel, you know, it's only 4.5 hectares. I bought it in 1909. It was called Certain Giraud at the time. The family Giraud, they are good friends, wanted to keep their name, their family name. So I was stuck with Chateau Certain, and it was embarrassing to have one more Certain. There are already Vieux Certain, Certain de Mai. So I decided to change the name. I kept Certain Marzel for a few lesser blocks for a while. Then I sold those blocks. And today, Hosanna, which the name came to me because I was looking for a name kind of religious on one hand, and which would be easy to pronounce in many countries. And my dream at the time, very honestly, was to make kind of a feminine version of Petrus. I'm a little bored with all these wines ending with us. You know, there is Petrus, of course, there's La Fleur Petrus, there is Opus, Dominus, Angelus. Those names in us are so masculine, so dominant. So, and surprisingly enough, I would say that the wine fits its name. It's very soft. So it's a little jewel. It's next to Petrus and La Fleur, and the soil is half gravel, half clay, which is a perfect equilibrium. And the vines are very old. That's the advantage of the vineyard. We have very old Cabernets. I've never been a very big fan of Cabernet Franc because the Cabernet Franc, to be good, need to be old. And the Cabernet Franc, the two big blocks of Cabernet Franc, which are about 30% of the estate, the acreage, the two big blocks are from 56 and 57. So those old Cabernet Franc produce a very, very good quality. So the wine itself is very naturally soft. If we're able to wait for the perfect maturity of the Cabernet Franc, blended with the other part, which is Merlot, of course, on the plateau of Pomerol, makes a very specific wine, very different from our other estates. It has a gentleness, a softness, a silkiness. Silkiness you find sometimes in Pomerol, but it is that chocolate taste. I remember I was showing it in London one day, and Serena Sutcliffe, she's an old friend, we started together in 1970, asked me, Christian, is it white chocolate or black chocolate? You know, so that was kind of fun. But it is true, you will identify very clearly that taste, which is kind of unique of chocolate in Hosanna. So a beautiful small estate, very easy to manage because it's so small. It's really, everything is handmade from A to Z, pruning, the whole season. Last night I was in Hosanna and we were cutting the double shoots, you see. That's an operation we made end of April, beginning of May, so that we can already control the quantity of the coming harvest. A very precious wine, which, as you probably know, we sell at a rather reasonable price for a wine really from the plateau, and we have a lot of success. But total production is 1,000 cases, so we don't have enough Hosanna. We could sell 2 or 3 times more, probably, especially at that reasonable price. But we are very happy with that. People love Hosanna. It has become very popular, but it's still a chateau for amateurs, you know, and it's a well-kept secret. I have a few friends, for instance, in the US, Farid Zakaria, one of my closest friends. Farid always tell me, Christian, don't speak about Hosanna. It's my preferred wine, but I like to keep it as a secret, you see.
I understand completely. It's the wine that I tasted with my sister when she came from Australia. So let her taste the 2001. She wanted to know what it was.
Yeah.
Little secret.
Well kept secret. Thank you.